Hello guys, welcome to the first practice video. I have designed this trainer for you to practice what you learned in the last video and really make it your own. This is a very simple tool to make sure that you know the notes in order. I will put a link to this trainer in the description. So the first question says, what comes above G? So we're talking about the very next note after G. What is the next pitch? As you can see, we have the options of B, C, E, and A flat. I will tell you the correct answer for now. The correct answer is, of course, A flat. If you click A flat, you get another question. Also, your score has gone up by 1. The next question is, what comes above F? Simply hit F sharp, because that's the right answer. After F sharp is G, after G is A flat, etc. If you get one wrong, for example, after C is D flat, but let's go with the wrong answer here of B flat or A or D. If I hit B flat, my score goes down to 0 and the question remains. Now, if this is a little too difficult for you right now, don't be dismayed. I have a hint guide right here for you. You can click the hint button, and you get the notes in order starting on C and ending on B. So after C, you can obviously see it's either C sharp or D flat. You look for C sharp, D flat, C sharp, D flat. There's a D flat, and you click it. The nice thing about this trainer is you will never have C sharp and D flat as two possible answers. You only will have one choice. Okay, so here's C, we hit D flat. What comes above G? You can look down here. G has G sharp or A flat, so we can hit G sharp. Here's A. After A is B flat. Here's an example with B. After B, there is no note, right? But don't forget that this pattern recycles. Okay, so after B, you just start over. So the next note is C. You also had different levels of difficulty. The first one is either up or down or both. Okay, so up, if this says up, you're only going to the next note to the right or up the scale. Okay, if you hit down, this is asking what comes below E, for example. So here's E, and we want to find what comes before E or what comes below E on the scale. So the answer is either D sharp or E flat. You hit D sharp and you get the right answer. Okay, I've made the color scheme for below to be green and up to be blue. You can also hit both. If you do both, you randomly get a choice. It will always tell you below and be green or above and be blue. But be careful because it's easy to get confused. So what comes below D sharp is, of course, D. What comes below G flat is F. And then it switches to above, okay? So what comes above C is sharp. What comes below E flat is D. What comes below G is G flat. What comes above F sharp is G, okay? So this can be a little tricky. The other thing you can change on this is basic. This is basic using only these letter names. If you remember from the previous video, we talked about how E is also F flat and F is also E sharp. If you put it to normal mode here, you get E sharp and F flat as options, as well as B sharp and C flat. Okay? So let's see that in action. What comes below E? D sharp. What comes below B? B flat. What comes above F flat? Well, F is here, F flat is here, so above F flat is F. Or E sharp would be okay too. Okay, so we hit F, and we're correct. Okay, the last one is advanced, where you get these funky symbols, the little X's. You can also get these funky symbols that are called double flats. Okay, so this X is a double sharp. This is a double flat, because there's two flats. This is how they're written. This is an X, and this is two flats. Okay, so this is kind of the same thing. You have C double flat. What comes below C double flat? Well, C is here. You flat it once, you get to the B. You flat it again, you get to this note. And what comes below this note is A. Okay, well, we don't have an A. We have an A flat, but that's here. We have an F double sharp, we have a D flat, and we have a G double sharp. Okay, so let's look at this G double sharp. If we take G, remember, we're trying to get to this note. So if we have the G, we go sharp twice. So here's one sharp, here's two sharps, and that's the note we need. Okay, so here is C double flat, again, C, flat, flat, and then we're going to go to the one below it, which is here, and then we go to G double sharp is the right answer. Okay, so we hit G double sharp. Okay, of course, if you want to do this correctly, you wanted to do it without the hint guide, and then see how far you can get and what score you can reach before you mess up. The goal for this level, though, is to go to the basic version with both enabled and to get a score of about 30 in a row without the hint guide on. If you can do this, you have completed this level and you can move on to the next lesson. So try to do basic, both, and try to get to a score of 30 without one mistake. And don't forget, I will put a link to this trainer in the description. Have fun, guys.